No, I'm standing to lead the party
on our country
back into power.
These are the 4 MPs hoping to replace Jeremy Corbyn as leader of the Labour Party. Keir Starmer, Emily Thornberry, Lisa Nandy and Rebecca Long-Bailey. Each of them received the all-important 22 nominations from MPs and MEPs to compete in the race. And now they're aiming to get to the final phase of the election, where members get a vote. Jess Phillips was also in contention, but dropped out of the contest 2 weeks into the campaign.
The Labour Party will need to select a candidate that can unite all parts of our movement. This time, that person isn't me.
But who thinks they can bring the party back together? Let's look at what each candidate is offering. Keir Starmer. A favourite in early polling, Starmer secured the highest number of nominations by a long way. The former Director of Public Prosecutions is trying desperately hard to get rid of his image as an elitist, privileged lawyer. He launched his campaign video with an endorsement from an ex-miner.
Keir stood in solidarity with workers and trade unions.
He dropped his suit and tie for his launch video.
We can, and we will, win.
And is spending much more time than the other candidates hammering home his left-wing credentials and radical policy ideas. His pro-Remain beliefs might be a bit tricky considering the recent Tory landslide, but the majority of Labour members support the EU, so it's unlikely to significantly set back his popularity. Emily Thornberry. The Shadow Foreign Secretary just scraped over the line to get the required nominations. She's lively, never afraid to share a joke in interviews.
There are things I want to say to President Trump I probably shouldn't say in front of Her Majesty.
And she's presenting herself as the only one who can truly hold the government to account across the dispatch box, and that includes Boris Johnson. But she might still struggle to get over this tweet, which has hung around her like a millstone. Posting the image has been perceived as snobby. She's also been an ardent Remainer, like Keir Starmer, but some would say braver in putting her views forward.
50% of our trade is with Europe. We need to continue to remain close to the European Union, and the fight has to go on that basis.
Lisa Nandy. The MP for Wigan has been eloquently making the case that Labour needs to revive itself in its heartlands, particularly in the north of England.
In towns like mine, most of the towns...
In towns like mine...
She's known for wanting much more investment in towns and also for improving bus services, which she thinks is just as important as investing in the railways.
I just want a functioning bus network.
She's also spoken of trying to build a red bridge.
That bridge that connects one part of our coalition to the other.
Which means trying to bring together the different political wings of the Labour Party. Finally, Rebecca Long-Bailey. She is trying very hard to shrug off the label that she's the continuity candidate.
I'm not anybody's continuity candidate. I'm principled, and it's my principles that have led me here.
But she still says she's a proud socialist and she's a staunch Corbyn loyalist. It's also well known that she's been pushed forwards by Shadow Chancellor John McDonnell as having leadership potential, ever since she was first elected as an MP for Salford and Eccles in 2015.
Becky is brilliant. I think she's excellent and she could be a brilliant leader.
She's been championing Labour's Green New Deal, a policy she wrote to create decarbonised jobs. And she also wants to abolish the House of Lords.
We're fed up of the Westminster bubble.
When this race started, Long-Bailey was second in the polls, but we all know how accurate those can be. And there's still some way to go until the final result on April the 4th.